Alright, y'all make sure to hit that like button, subscribe. We're actually gonna watch a video together called The Downfall of NBA 2K. I gotta be real with y'all. Like literally, not even just 2K, video games in general right now. I'm a gamer, bro. I love playing video games competitively, and all these games, like literally every single genre, trash. But so we're just gonna watch a video together. We're gonna watch this video together, and we'll give our opinion. And before the video starts, I will say this: money is the root of all evil.
Do you think 2K is focused on making a good product or making money?
I don't think they're ever focused on making a good product.
I think in 2024, it's only making money.
It's just money. If there was any realm of their mind paying attention to making good games,
money
you would see the move way.
is the root of all
It's a
evil.
combination of both. But also, there's a bottom line. There's also, stuff you have to do to make money.
The people at the top, I think, are certainly focused on making as much money as possible.
I think there's different teams focused on different things, and I think the majority of their teams are focused on making money.
I think that they're focused on both. What they kind of lack is a competitor right now. And if they had a competitor, I think they would focus more on making it a good product.
Nowadays, like, they can kind of do whatever they want, get away with whatever they want because there's no competition. There's no, like, repercussions for their actions.
It's funny how back then, when I used to play 2K, it's funny how back then NBA Live was, if you were playing NBA Live, people laughed at you. Like, you're playing NBA Live when 2K was around. People actually, like, laughed at you, bro. Like, during the PS3 era. Let me say from 2K8 on all the way and on. If you were playing NBA Live, people were like, look at this guy. You're playing NBA Live. Like, now it's like competition. There's no competition. So now 2K think they can do whatever they want. Like, I'm literally using Kyrie Irving on 2K25, and I cannot move around with Kyrie Irving. That's crazy.
But it is what it is.
NBA 2K, the game we all used to love, but now it's the game we all love to hate. Any idea why? It's got to be the egregious microtransactions, the constant advertisement stuffed in your face every time you open a game mode, or the antics that the company itself are up to. All of these are extremely sound reasons to despise the game, and I wouldn't blame you for even thinking any of these reasons are the culprit. But I regret to inform you, you couldn't be any more wrong. One of the biggest problems plaguing the 2K community is not being able to diagnose the actual reason we hate NBA 2K. It's no secret that NBA 2K has pushed us as consumers to buy into the most invasive microtransactions of all time. Sold us an unfinished product on—
It's not only 2K. This shit isn't. This is the meta now with these developers. It's not making good product. It's about making an incomplete product and then trying to sell more, and that's the meta right now. Make more, as much money as they can off of you. That's what video games has come down to right now. That's literally the meta.
On an annual basis, and at times completely lied to us.
My understanding is that you can completely rebuild your guy. Gameplay is going to be so different from what it is today to then that it's not even, that.
But let's take a deeper dive and show the real reason why you don't like 2K.
Would you ever play 2K without buying VC?
No, you can't. You're gonna get torched.
Oh, no chance.
Oh, hell no.
Personally, as a YouTuber, I would never do that.
I'm doing it right now, and let me tell you, if it wasn't my job—
I think after playing 2K for like 10 plus years, I might not.
Same thing with Madden,
bro.
bro.
A basketball fan.
Same thing with
Madden.
Madden.
Played 2K before. I probably would.
There's no chance, like, ever. I'm not gonna lie. I was thinking about this the other day. My IRLs, like, they literally can't play, like, Park with me because they don't have a build, and, like, they're not gonna spend $70, $50 to $70 for, like, 85 or 90 overall or something like that.
Now, as a YouTuber, I do buy VC the first day of the game every single year because I need to make my content. I need to upload my videos. I need to get game.
Some people will say, oh, you just broke. Why don't you spend money on the game? It's not even about that. Like, if you have a good product, people will want to spend money and play the game modes that you have. It's not about, oh, you ain't got no money, you broke, that's why you don't want. Nah. If you, for example, perfect example, Madden. I play Madden competitively, but like, if the game sucks, so it doesn't encourage me to try to spend money and have the best offensive line when there's literally a glitch in the game that you have a 99 offensive line, all your offensive line, but there's a glitch in the game that EA don't even care to patch. I know this is not about EA, this is 2K, but you know, it's the same thing, basically the same thing.
Play, I need to stream, because otherwise if I didn't do that, I'd be a 60 overall, wouldn't be able to show off really anything.
If you were working a full-time job or going to school full-time and trying to play the game with no VC, it's almost impossible. I mean, I would consider myself definitely above average in terms of skill. If you were average or below average trying to play on a 60-something overall and you don't have people to play with who are also very good at the game to like help you grind that VC, the amount of time it would take is insane.
You literally have to have no life.
This shit is like
you literally have to have no life.
This is a grind.
Honestly, if you're in the park, I mean, you might be able to get away with like a couple of dubs here, but it's never gonna be like long-term fun. Like, you're always gonna run into the same problem, like, oh, I can't do that because I don't have upgrades.
I didn't buy VC for years. I bought VC this year because of the player market. I bought VC last year when I could directly buy some players for videos. But other than that, like, if I wasn't making content, I would never spend a cent on VC in this game.
It wouldn't be fair to talk about microtransactions without explaining the history of them and how it's even come this far. So for starters, what is a microtransaction? A purchase that players can make within a game using real money. You can obtain special items, in-game currency, or other cosmetic items. Seems pretty simple.
Even in Call of Duty, same thing in Call of Duty. It's a meta. I'm telling you guys right now, it's a meta. I feel sorry for the kids that grew up playing video games in this era right now. I kind of feel sorry for you. Let me look. The prime of video games, the prime of video games, I have to say, was the PS3 era and early PS4. Early PS4. That was when video games was at its prime. Think about some of the best, some of the greatest releases. I don't want to make this video too long, but think about the greatest releases. Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3, Black Ops 3, Black Ops 1, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 1, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. What was it? What system did all those games release? PS3. The PS3. It was the golden age of gaming. 2K11, 2K12, 2K13, 2K8, 2K9. Those were the great. Even FIFA. I stopped playing FIFA as well. It's crazy. It's actually crazy.
Right? The first actual microtransaction in gaming dates all the way back to 2006 when Bethesda's, and that's hard to say. When Bethesda's Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion released the Horse Armor Pack for only $2.50, which nowadays seems like absolutely nothing, but back then the world was in shock. Consumers laughed at the idea of people paying extra money for a cosmetic item. Now would you look where we are almost 2 decades later. Over the years, we've seen some of the most egregious microtransactions. GTA 5 Online had a gold-plated plane worth over 10 million in-game dollars, which for a time was—
I ain't gonna lie, GTA, I spent money on GTA. Yeah, I spent money on GTA. When I was playing Grand Theft Auto, yeah, I spent money on that bitch.
The most expensive item in the game. For the ones who don't understand, 10 million in GTA,
because it was a good game.
$30 in real world currency. But it doesn't just stop there. Even less popular games like 2020's Train Simulator, if added up all the DLCs in that game, it amounted to a whopping $9,605. Our own NBA 2K18 wasn't even safe from the Midas touch. You used to have to pay 1,500 VC every time for a haircut. So it makes you ask, why? Why do these companies go to these lengths to get every last dollar out of you? Well, it's because they can. Sometimes it's just as simple as that. But is there a such thing as a good microtransaction? What are some games that do microtransactions the right way? We've got games like Fortnite. We've got maybe okay. maybe there aren't many good examples. So you're probably asking, Badge, if it's such a bad practice, why do companies still do it? In fiscal year of 2023, EA made approximately $4.3 billion in 2022. Activision Blizzard generated over $5.7 billion. Take-Two Interactive made about $1.9 billion in 2022, making up about 64% of their revenue for that year. Look at games like...
Look at all the money they made, and you can't move around in the game. Player movement is the most important thing in 2K, and you can't move around today. I was literally playing the game today, and I had to uninstall it. I had to uninstall the game.
Fortnite, Apex Legends, and Rainbow Six Siege, Grand Theft Auto 5, all games that have launched over 5 years ago but still top the charts in terms of popularity and relevance. At some point, you have to realize it's no coincidence that these games mentioned are riddled with microtransactions, some even in your face as soon as you launch the game. How have games transcended from a small $2 horse DLC to being greeted with bundles and currency deals at the main menu?
I don't care if these companies are trying to make as much money as they can off of you. I don't care about that, but just at least fix the issues, like something as simple as player movement. Just like, what? It's not even. Also in Madden, there's so many issues in the game, and then they're asking you to spend money on packs and all this stuff. Like, it's like, come on, man, at least fix all the issues. If you have a good product, people want to spend money to actually play your game. They want to spend more money to play your game. Well, that's at least me. That's the way I see it. But if your product, if I can't even run around and there's so many issues, it's like, what am I doing? I'm wasting my time.
Among all of these games mentioned, NBA 2K has to be the proud student of the gaming industry. They have played their hand in almost all the sales tactics that most of these companies will try, even the more intrusive ones. For all the people watching at home, try this. Launch 2K right now and count how long it'll take to see any sort of microtransaction or in-game purchase. It's likely you saw one as soon as you loaded into the main menu. Now let's try another one. Right now in the comment section, comment down if you have purchased at least $50 worth of microtransactions. For everyone watching, go look at how common this is. Now let's do some quick math. NBA 2K Standard Edition, depending on your region, is about $70. If you've spent money on one build alone, you've contributed about $120 to this franchise. Now most of you may not see this as a big issue, but let me remind you that NBA 2K comes out with a new product every year. And unlike a Call of Duty, Fortnite, or Apex Legends, you cannot
Look at this gameplay. This gameplay is actually funny. They're missing wide open layups and shit.
When it comes to NBA 2K, they don't even notice that this is one of the main reasons this company fails in the perception or public opinion. So what is 2K? Many of you on the channel may know about the business side of 2K from my news videos on the topics, but I want to explain it in more detail for the ones who don't know how deep this corporate greed goes. For the ones that don't know, like many companies, video games operate in subsidiaries. NBA 2K is a game developed by Visual Concepts and published by Take-Two Interactive. There's a good chance you've heard that name thrown around the industry before. For the ones living under a rock, TTI is the leading game publisher in the industry, famous for games like the record-breaking Grand Theft Auto franchise and our very own NBA 2K.
Grand Theft Auto was actually fun, I ain't gonna lie.
Putting out corporate mediocrity at a comfortable level these past 5 years. Now really just think about what I said, mediocrity for the last 5 years. And I believe this started around 2K21, prehistoric gen. It was destined to fail when the only way you could move quickly was by quote-unquote speed glitching. Then 2K21 next gen came out. That was unbelievably overhyped. I mean, this was the next generation of
Do you guys think DEI is the issue with these games? Like literally every single genre right now is trash. Every single genre. Do you think there's some DEI going on in all these games? Because it's just weird. Literally. UFC 5. Sometimes your punches don't register. I don't know. That one is weird. Madden, garbage. 2K, garbage. Call of Duty, hackers everywhere, left and right. I don't know. There's some weird shit going on. It's like really weird.
Literally, creators thought this game was going to change their lives, and it came out to an actual disaster, with the game moving at incredibly low frames for weeks, by the way, and the build system being busted, because if you made anything other than a 6'7" power forward, you were putting yourself at a massive disadvantage. And of course, once the game already came out, 2K couldn't do anything about that. I mean, you can't just take away people's builds, which, you know, they do from time to time. These two games were the beginning of the end, in my opinion. But this didn't mean they already weren't doing insanely scummy things to us, like wheeling out that little spineless, monotone, should be grabbing rebounds freak, Ronnie2K, to tell us it's not the same neighborhood, but you can think what you want.
That's not the neighborhood, but you guys can think whatever you want.
Lying to every single person's face so he could stay at his job, while telling us we could get respecking on our players, knowing good and well what he was saying. Meanwhile, the game came out with the same neighborhood and no respecting your player. It was so bad that Ronnie2K has lying compilations made of him on YouTube. And keep in mind, this was like the face of the game for a while. This was the community manager, whatever you wanted to call him. He was the guy that talked to all the celebrities, and this is your face. A liar, a known liar. It's disgusting.
It's crazy.
And we're so far gone from the company that had to compete. And it's obvious now, after NBA Live is gone, that the only reason
competition,
any effort before was for profit.
Back when we had competition with Live, and I don't think of any other games, but there's probably some other ones out there that competed with 2K. Like even just Fortnite and 2K18, they're like, all right, we got to step it up. 2K19 was a pretty solid game. Nowadays, like they can kind of do whatever they want, get away with whatever they want because there's no competition. There's no like
competition breeds innovation.
I can't blame them, but it is what it is.
What they kind of lack is a competitor right now. And if they had a competitor, I think they would focus more on making it a good product. But I think obviously, like from a business standpoint, you got to care about the money and then the product as well.
No passion for basketball, no love of the game, only profit and to compete. Now that that's gone, it's like a breath of fresh air. Like, oh, it's good. We don't have NBA Live anymore. We don't have to make anything good, just barely serviceable enough for people to enjoy it.
You know, I would never think 2K would do something like this. Like, I would never in my years think 2K will actually become like this, because playing 2K25, the way the game is, it's terrible. I used to think like 2K was, you know, 2K was the basketball game, you know. When you thought about basketball games, you thought about 2K. I didn't think it would get this bad. Never. Even not just one of the games is 2K made. Was it I don't know. Some people are telling me to play WWE. I don't know. I don't trust it. These days, I can't just spend my money on all these games just like that. It's crazy. 2K11 was the greatest. 2K11 is still this day the greatest. It's the greatest basketball game I ever played. Everything about it, my player movement, ISO motion. I think that's when they brought ISO motion into the game. It was just all around a great game. Soundtrack, I still remember the soundtrack. It's just crazy, bro. It's crazy.
For a few months, get them just hyped up to buy the game, and we're gone.
I remember 24. Well, I just remember I remember playing. I was like, dude, like of course I don't play, so I'm like I'm not the best anymore. I was like, yo, there's not one move that I can do or I've seen anyone do that's like, yo, I really want to learn how to do this, you know. And it's like I remember sitting in my core with people, and I was like, I gotta learn how to do this.
I think my team is the worst ultimate team mode in sports gaming. It's gotten to the stage where I'm getting like, I have friends in all the other communities. Like I have friends in the FIFA community, I have friends in Madden community, where I'm getting messages from them being like, I didn't realize how bad my team was. You're screwed. And these are guys that like you would have talked to in previous years and would have thought my team was better than their game mode. But now it's at the stage where like they're even coming and playing. They're like logging into my team and saying this is terrible and not playing it anymore.
Let's shift gears for 1 second to discuss gaming's biggest release.
This video is kind of long. I'm not gonna go all the way, but you guys get the gist of what's going on. I think this is the meta of video games right now. It's just release a half-assed product and then microtransaction down your throat, and they don't care about offline play anymore. It's apparent. Everything is online. They don't care about people who just want to just buy the game for $60 and just play it just like that for what it out the box. Just like they don't care about those people. It's the people that will spend extra money on these microtransactions. Oh, do you want to? It's not just 2K. Even in Madden, if you want to move around, you need certain abilities to play. It's like, you know, like come on now, come on. You need an ability to move around in Madden, to move player movement in Madden. Like, it's just crazy, bro. It's crazy. I know I'm just ranting, but you guys let me know in the comments. Am I the only one feeling this way with all these trashy ass games? All these trashy games. It's crazy, man. It's like a meta. It's like a meta or something. I don't know.